Welcome to the U.S. Coast Guard training by Captain Graham. This is this is page number 12 of Simple Charting. This is where we have a course that we want to steer to, but it's going to be pushed off course by a current. So the problem is, how do you compensate for that? So if I wanted to go from A to C, which is this problem right here, I just take my ruler, my rolling ruler that I have, and I would just draw a line from A to C. So I would draw a line from A to C, and if I headed down that course, unfortunately there's a current that's going straight south 180 degrees at 5 miles an hour. So if I just aimed straight across at this to C, it would push me down to this area somewhere. And I don't want that because this area has rocks. I want to go A to C, and I want to leave port pointed in the correct direction because I'm in a tanker, I'm in a freighter, and it's very difficult for me to maneuver. So the first thing I do is I put down the course that I would like to be on. So I draw a line from A to my second location. And I put a little arrow on it. Okay. I make sure I line it up. I go down to the compass rose that's on the chart. And remember, the compass rose that's on the chart, it doesn't point to magnetic north, it points to true north. So even though I use the word compass rose, it is the true north, not the compass on your boat. Okay, so that looks like to me about just a little bit less than 115. It's 110, 120. So let's say 114, just as a number. Then what we do is we say, okay, if I had left here and did not turn my engines on, where would the current push me? So the current's going to push me straight south 5 miles. So there's 5 miles, and I take my measuring tool and I get 5 miles. And I say, oh, I should take that 5 miles, and I would use my drawing tool, and I would draw straight south 5 miles. So I would have actually, done this. Come on. My drawing tool takes time to spin it around on this. So I would line up the course, perfect, straight up and down, and I would draw that, and I would draw it 5 miles long, and I would say, boom, right there, 1 hour, that's where I would be. So the question is, I'm going to use a different color. The question is, how do I get back to the course that I really want to be on? So I would take the speed, 12 miles an hour. We assumed 1 hour for the current, so we're going to use 1 hour for our engines. So if we're turning our engines at 12 miles an hour for 1 hour, that would be the distance that we would travel. So what you do is you do not measure down your track line 12 miles. You measure from where you are, how to get back to your track line. So how do I get back to that track line? I'm going to rotate this a little bit. So it's my 12 miles. And wherever this quite. That might be pretty close. Not quite. It's hard to do with this tool. So let's just say that's the correct. So you drew a line, from here to here, which is 12 miles long, because that's where it is. So we're trying to get back to just let's pretend that that's correct. So then I would take this and I would measure that. Oops. So what is that? Slide it down, and it is almost 90 degrees. Not quite, a little bit more, like 92. So I draw the line that I want to go on, which is called my track line. I draw the current, and the length of the current is the speed, and assume 1 hour, so 5 miles down on this 180. And then to get back to the track line, back to the line that I want to go on, I do the 12 miles, the distance. I don't go from 12 from here down to here. I go from where the current ended up pushing me, and how do I get back? I hope this explains how to do compensating for current. Now I will add that many times they'll have a problem that will say you're going from a certain location to another location, and you have to figure out what your track line is, your course. Sometimes they won't do that. Sometimes instead they'll say you're at location A and you're on a course of 100, in this case it was 104 degrees, and they don't give you an ending point. So you've already got your track line. You just draw the line 104 degrees. So one way, they give you 2 locations, and you have to figure out the course that you want, the course you'd like to be on, which is called your track line. And the other time they'll just tell you, hey, you're at location A and you're going at 104 degrees. I'm sorry, 14 degrees. Sorry, 114 degrees. It's 114, not 104. And they won't give you an ending point. So all you really need to know is this track line, what the course is that you want to be on, and then what the current is, and you can do this problem. So this is the course you want to be on, this is what pushes you off the course, and this is the course that you get back on. So the answer to this problem is, if I head out on this course, which is like 92, if I head out on 92, the current will actually push me and keep me on this track line all the way down to the next location. Hope this explains it. Thank you.